Hello! It's Stuff Sucks with us. Good evening.
Is it Stuff Sucks?
It is Stuff Sucks.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's too happy an intro, so
Yeah, sorry.
hi.
Hi.
What a terrible world we live in. Glad that you've joined us here, because apparently the world's ending next week.
Again?
Yeah.
We need a really good one again.
A good world.
No, like a 2012 style. We need one to look forward to again, to have another end of the world party.
I was really disappointed with 2012. I thought there'd be a lot more like
But something
people
might have
going
happened.
mad.
Space
What happens if
dragons.
Jesus was born, the new Jesus was born that day?
Yeah,
We
but-
wouldn't fucking know about it for another like 20 years.
Yeah,
man.
but
Like,
it was,
that
the
seems
world
totally
wouldn't have
legit.
ended.
the new fucking Buddha might have been reincarnated or some shit. Like, you know, who knows?
I think for that, both those people would have had to have lived in the
What
first
happens if
place.
somebody had an idea
A really good one, or a really bad
and
one.
that was the beginning of it? It's
Yeah,
like,
trigger.
who knows?
But it wasn't December 31st, 2012. The beginning of the end of the world will start and last another 40 years.
Maybe some
It's
fucking
like the
old,
world will fucking end.
Maybe some old Mayan dude's just laughing his ass off. Well, in fact, actually, the main thing is actually that's all it's saying, isn't it? It's like actually it's just the end of the calendar. It's
Yeah.
like,
It's the end
well,
of their
normally at the end
calendar
of a
cycle.
calendar
Yeah.
cycle, you just go to the start again, don't you?
Exactly.
So maybe we just hit their starting point of watching the universe. Well, that can't be possible because it would have been way too longer. But not that I'll loop like that.
Oh, by the way, hello, I'm Jim.
I'm off.
I'm Andy.
I'm Reed.
I'm done.
Cool. Yeah, we've got sort of doom time really, I suppose, this week.
Will you say stuff up?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, maybe we should talk about the apocalypse a bit.
Yeah.
Impending
We
apocalypse.
started with a doomsday scenario, so you know.
The other one's 2016, I think, the next big culty one.
Oh, it's like the Olympics every 4 years, man.
Yeah, it looks like the next one after that's 2020.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell, man.
Who's are these?
I can't remember the 2016 one. There's definitely some Yahoos, but the 2020 one's like another American.
Was that
Doomsday
just in
cult.
2020?
Yeah.
With Misjudgment Day, that's not happening anymore.
No, the machines haven't risen yet. Ugh.
Not yet.
Ugh.
Could be Zombie Apocalypse. I'm holding out for that one. Like
Zombie
everybody.
apocalypse would be the best.
Yeah.
It's too overdone now. It's not going to happen because we want it too much.
Maybe when enough people want it to happen, it'll start.
You have to see it to believe it.
Certainly when enough people are working on it, it'll start.
Yeah, I honestly reckon someone is as well. Like,
Oh,
surely
like
someone in a
so.
lab somewhere is trying to fucking find a way to make a virus that'll do that.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, someone made Captain Trips virus. Like they got. You ever seen The Stand or read The Stand by
Yeah, I
Stephen
read The
King?
Stand.
I've
Good, son.
stood.
Well, good. I'd hate to think that you hadn't. Yeah, someone made Captain Trips, a flu virus that is apparently unstoppable and like 100% communicable or something.
And what's it called? Captain Trips.
That's the name from the book, so everyone's like calling it, Jesus, someone's made the death virus.
What book?
The Stand by Stephen
Oh
King.
right, I see. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's in some, it's something like a level 3 security lab.
Oh.
Which is like the lowest you can get before you start fucking up.
Right.
Good times. And that's just one lab in one American university. God knows what they're doing at, like, who makes chemicals and stuff.
Big chemical companies.
Those fellas. I was going to say IBM, but that would be weird. Any other good end of the world scenarios?
I like kind of like meteors, but not to the extent where it's like complete world death. Just, oh, fuck, it fucks a lot of
We
shit
talk
up.
about Deep Impact
Deep
for
Impact's
Armageddon.
not Armageddon. You know, more impacts like Deep Impact, but like
Yeah.
yeah.
More Morgan Freeman.
Bruce Willis would still die
Mm.
because that'd just be great. Not for him to die, but that if he died in a meteor attack.
It's how he'd want to go.
Yeah.
I think really aliens would be the best though.
Sorry, but can you imagine if he died pushing Ben Affleck out of the way of a meteor?
Push him in the way.
No, out of the way, you know, because he saves him.
Hold him onto him so and Affleck gets got as well.
Yeah.
How dare you burn my daughter?
We've spoken about this before, but you know the poles shifting as well.
Oh, that
Yeah.
crap.
Potentially pretty badass, isn't
Like
it?
in
Yeah.
the core.
Is that what happens in the core?
Yeah. The birds like start like flying into windows and going nuts, and compasses stop working. Right.
Yeah,
This
that
is the
could be a
thing I think
massive
that's
shift.
interesting about something like that. It's like we think of it, it's like, oh yeah, there you go, it flips. But like any kind of weirdness
Magnetic
that
lock.
occurs, like like something that on a small scale would be really really quick, on such a large scale is presumably could last a year or so of just some
Well,
weird shit. Like,
It depends what it did, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean,
yeah.
it's not going to fuck up
It's all
animals because
speculation, innit?
it happens every so many 100,000 years, and
Well, I want to kill them off
you know,
permanently.
birds
but
were
yeah.
there then, and like,
Yeah,
last
but
time,
you could still fuck them up for a bit.
yeah,
Birds might have to recalibrate.
you mean?
And bees.
And bees.
Mm.
Lots of flying animals and insects, possibly.
Maybe they all just sort of feel like proper wasted. They're just like, whoa, whoa,
That was rough.
fuck. Because they like they fly and see by the magnetic lines or whatever, don't they? That's
Yeah.
why it would fuck with them.
Hmm.
That's like also why they know where to go in their migration pattern and shit. Like that.
Sharks do as well. I don't know whether how much they use them to like navigate, but sharks can detect magnetism. It's like that's why they go to try and attack the undersea cables. It's like they actually like make sharks angry, so
It's
they
a
try to
giant
get to them, which is
lungfish.
why yeah. So which is why they're always like super armored. Like the cable's like 3 foot wide, but it's only actually carrying like a few bundle in the middle.
It's also why men have a better sense of direction than women.
I heard
Really?
this.
So apparently they've got like more ferrous iron in their nose, which means that they can find magnetic north a lot easier than women can. So
Really?
that's why
Wow.
That's
men
a
have always
thing.
had
I've been
better
meaning to look
sense
that
of
up.
Doesn't
direction.
it suck?
It doesn't.
No.
That'd be
It's
really
awesome.
cool. Well, it sucks for the women. They have less sense of direction.
The fact we have one at all is amazing.
Well, they also like
That's crazy.
they
Yeah,
also navigate differently as well. Rather than men, you go by direction. Women like go by landmarks.
Huh.
Also,
Is this from reputable science?
this is from psychology science. People with
So no.
clipboards.
No, it's that wishy-washy psychology stuff
Yeah.
they keep talking about. Trying to understand how our brains work.
Yeah.
I always want the idea of like a bit of self-augmentation, where you put like a magnet in your finger, and it means that you can then feel magnetism.
I've seen those dudes, little neodymium magnets.
Neodymium, yeah.
Neodymium. Might add at this point that we are currently along the drawing room of the chateau, and there is a sodding giant spider on the windowsill. It's beautiful.
It's huge. And there's another one in the corner on the strangest web I've ever seen a spider like that make.
I assumed it was the same one.
No,
No,
it's there.
no,
It's
no,
still pulling its
that's
Zoolander pose.
flipped away.
What is going on in
You
here?
know, makes you wonder just how many others there are
Don't say that.
beneath our reclining chairs.
I'm alright with spiders as long as I can see them.
Yes.
As soon as they go out of sight, they don't go out of mind.
Stop the flies in the summer though, eh?
That is ginormous, isn't
And the
it?
wasps.
Stop a pigeon.
So, big spiders, is that a thing that sucks then?
I usually quite like spiders, but that is big house spider.
It sucks when they, encroach on a particular level of personal space, maybe.
Yeah.
Especially when you look away for a second and then it's gone. And you don't know where it is.
There's that panic where you move your eyes really quickly to try and find it.
Do you know when in Home Alone where he has the spider trying to walk in his face?
Yeah.
He mimed the scream and added it later because they were worried that the spider would like get scared, and even though it didn't have any fangs, I presume would
Still trying
go
to
for
find
it.
shit off.
Yeah.
Weird. I think I've wondered that while watching
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
a couple of
yeah.
times.
No one wants a spider attacking them with or without fangs.
I
Certainly
wouldn't
on the
have
face.
my mouth that wide open
Yeah.
with a spider on me,
Yeah.
so fair play to him. Like, yeah. That's nice though, you don't want to shit him up.
No.
Well, indeed, that aspect didn't suck.
Maybe the spiders are going to take over next, form a big union.
Maybe that's the next apocalypse.
Big spiders.
Maybe by the time this gets out, spiders may have.
This may be the
Just
last
exploded.
This may be the last recording that's
That'd be
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
grim. Like, I'm not like proper afraid of spiders, but like I'm not like I'll deal with a spider and take it outside or whatever. But I wouldn't want to like handle one. But yeah, that'd be creepy as shit. if it was a spider apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lots of big spiders or a shitload
Well,
of small
A whole
Eight-
mixture, a whole
Whoa.
fucking mixture in
The
it. That's bound to be
eight-legged
the way it would
freaks.
go. Yeah, but I don't
That
think it would
level.
go that big.
Just like, well, what about like arachnophobia level?
Yeah,
That's
They
a
weren't
good
that big,
film.
really.
yeah, that scared the shit
Yeah.
out of me. That's I think where my edginess of spiders comes
Yeah.
from. Like more than actually them, because I can deal with them, but like definitely I feel a bit. Whoa.
The premise in that is that like that huge spider mates with a house spider, isn't it? That,
Yeah.
I'm remembering that right.
The spider from the jungle somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, that's fucking. He's the John Goodman. John Goodman's the
Yeah, he
big star of
is.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to watch that again this week. You're right. That probably did make more people arachnophobic than sort it out. If you
Yeah.
know what I mean. Like,
I remember watching it
Yeah,
as a kid,
definitely.
and
Like
it's-
the
Explain
shit,
it.
just the shit. When the scary thing for me wasn't even the big ones; it was when there was hordes of small ones, and
That's
also
what.
like,
Yeah.
when they did that bit when they like abseiled down the windows when they went to try and get out the bathroom window, and like 20 of them all went down at the same time. It was just like, oh,
Shit.
motherfuckers, Jesus.
Forgot you did that.
Yeah.
Plus, it's kind of like they thought it through.
Well, yeah. Of course.
Yeah, they planned it. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think that would ever happen in reality. But it doesn't stop you from thinking that if you saw a fuck ton of them, that you're like, that is the sort of shit that they are capable of.
Yeah.
Now, I can break through that, but that's not the point. That will attach to me, and they'll be hanging on to me. It's an easy way to get onto you.
And they were super deadly.
Fuck, man.
They had like a badass venom, didn't they?
They did. They killed like instantly.
Yeah.
The guy put one on in his
Paralysis
hat.
shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
It is American football.
Tell me.
How about like an apocalypse like in birds, where like because of the magnetism, the birds just go fucking nuts and start like
Flying at
They'd
people.
mess it
attacking
up.
houses.
Well, bird strikers are
Mm.
kills planes.
Yeah,
Maybe they got jealous of all his big birds. Like, what can I take me?
taking that down,
Yeah.
even if it kills me.
Plus, I don't reckon you need that many birds to kill a person.
No,
100 birds could probably take someone out.
Less than
Well-
that, I would imagine.
No, yeah.
One going fast enough, like a dart.
yeah,
But what if all the wildlife in the world turned on us?
Oh, fuck.
What would be fucked?
Yeah.
Well,
Proper fuck.
Proper fucked.
Proper fucked.
Do you like dogs?
You'd be looking at the fucking big thing, the elephant running towards you, and you get bitten by some little fucking scorpion or some shit. Well, that's
Honey
we wouldn't
badgers.
have much to worry about here. would
honey
we?
badgers. Imagine Tasmanian devils. Like
Ooh.
all of that gnarly shit out there that just suddenly went. All dolphins. No, none of them save anyone anymore. The seas are being reclaimed, motherfuckers.
Well, is it? No, there's something in.
That'd be a badass apocalypse. Fuck that shit. Yeah, fucking go for it. Like that would be an ace apocalypse.
It's guaranteed death, but entertainment up until you die.
The news would be interesting.
And the hunters would fucking just love it. You know what I mean? It'd just be like, oh, fuck the orange vest, lads. Let's get the rifles.
Us versus nature.
Yeah, it's like I've said before. I've said many times in jest, but you know, it's us versus the animals, and we're going to eat our way to victory. Now, I don't think that's true.
There's nothing you wouldn't eat.
Yeah. No, there isn't. Yeah, there is, because some things aren't socially acceptable. But that doesn't. I'm just, you know, any animal's fair game, but just the way we process it's a bit fucking off, isn't it? Really, like I think if you're actually, like, there's an argument. We are carnivores, and I don't know. Like we just don't have to go. We just don't have to do the things we do in industry. Whereas actually hunting and stuff like that, there's something to that. Especially people who are willing to use like the whole animal and shit like that. There's a
Yeah.
lot more in it, isn't it? And like whether you're saying using a rifle or you're fucking using a bow and arrow or whatever, none of the means matter. If
Bow
you're
and
doing
arrow's
it
cool,
and you're
though.
using it, it's totally legit. I reckon. Like,
Ideally, just with a knife, Rambo style.
well, fuck you. In our apocalypse scenario, that opportunity would come at you often. Like, well, there's plenty of other ones as well. Wasps. Like, we're
yeah.
already they're dicks, but if they really decided to
Yeah.
be dicks,
If they all Africanized at the same time, just
just
all
be
over
like,
the world.
whoa.
Yeah.
Or those giant Japanese hornets with the venom that's like a gunshot. Feels like being shot in the arm.
Oh yeah. Have you seen the way that bees like defend against those like killer wasps? Like,
Those
it's quite-
ninja bees.
the ones that they smother them and all the bees survive and the wasps don't because they're.
In a little tumbly pile of bees.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do they not? Is it because the
It's
wasps
pretty
overheat?
cute,
or
yeah.
The wasps
something?
overheat, exactly.
Yeah.
The wasps can take slightly lower temperature before
Okay.
they die. So all the bees jump on until it dies,
Uh-huh.
and then pile off. And
Because the
a few
bees
of them-
haven't stung,
Yeah.
they're still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, most bees don't die when they sting.
Yeah.
No, they
Is
don't.
that a
Yeah, only
common
bumblebees.
misconception?
Yeah.
Oh,
A
so
few
It's
of
only
those.
it's like the fourth most common bee in the UK, which is not that common.
Yeah.
Is the
Okay.
one that is the case with.
Ah.
Weird.
Most
no,
bees
that's
can
okay.
just go for you. They're just nicer than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
aren't dicks.
Yeah, bees
And
are
I don't think
alright.
wasps are either though. They're just a little bit more aggy.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
they're not.
You what?
Yeah. They've got a shorter fuse. That's what I think wasps are.
And they sense fear chemicals. It really drives them crazy. They
Fear
must do.
chemicals.
Really?
Yeah.
They actually do sense fear chemicals.
Yeah.
They identify life through CO2 as well. So
that's
holds
why they
breath.
go up to their face.
If you get, that's why they always like fuck around with your face.
Uh,
They can detect the CO2 coming out of you.
So if there's a wasp flying around your face, should you hold your breath?
Yeah, we were surprisingly close. It should have been dark for wasps. What I'm doing, viewers at home, is covering my mouth in the way that our old game used to work, whereby
Yes, indeed.
we had several poses and faces to make and stances depending
Defences.
on defences. Yes, sorry, he was right. Depending on what was attacking us.
so hand over the mouth was for bees.
Similar way we had was our t-shirt
That's
over our
moths.
chin
That's
was
moths.
for moths. Then I
So they
think
go for
I
your
believe
necks.
it went up for wasps over your nose.
That's gas.
That's gas.
No,
Yeah, okay,
No,
but-
gas was up the sleeve.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that was bees,
We had,
and I think
yeah.
bees was just bees, but with a finger in the. But
What,
wasp was
bees,
just
bees, wasp. Yeah,
But I think one of them was not. I think it was under the nose, like
yeah.
above the mouth, though.
No, just the chin was moths.
Mm.
Above the nose was either bees or wasps.
Yeah.
With the finger
Yeah,
in the
that's
nose,
how I
whichever
remember
one
it.
it wasn't. I don't
Yeah.
remember which way around it went.
We had surfing USA, which was jumping on the nearest table or chair and surfing.
If
And-
somebody shouts "fuck off" before the person's got into position, you don't have to do it.
That
We had
happened
that
with-
for that because we also had one called
Osama
Osama bin
bin
Laden,
Laden.
where you had to dive underneath the table.
Yeah.
And it was just like sometimes you really couldn't be asked. So if you
Well,
could shout "fuck off" quick enough, you didn't have to do it.
in A level classics, me, Jan, and Eric used to play it a lot. And one time, I imagine it was Eric, said Surfing USA whilst we were in Mr. Charlesworth archaeology class. We were sat at the back, but it was like a horseshoe type arrangement, and the three of us, yeah, horseshoe, and the three of us jumped onto our table, surfed USA, and then got back down to our seats before he turned around from the board. And he turned back around from the board to see his entire class looking at us three, and us three just sort of like, just straight face, trying not to laugh, arms folded, and was just like, did I miss anything there? No, carrying on.
And of course, the one I know, Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
The wave your hands in the air,
yeah,
like you do care.
Like
Yeah.
like your Chesy Chase.
Yeah.
Chesy Chase.
Chesy
Is
Chase.
that like a safe way of saying it so that we don't have to do the other hands?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's an extension of the game you could do. We introduced fuck off, so that if you saw someone was about to say something, or you were quick enough off the mark, you could stop it. What you could do is like Andy's just done, Chesy Chase. You could introduce a penalty for whoever does it.
Yeah,
As soon as
yeah, I
Andy
like
says
it.
Chesy Chase, and when we're late in the evening, not really concentrating, you do it. But if you introduce some sort of penalty
Yeah.
for doing it,
And
Like drinking with your left hand.
Drinking games galore. Let's let's get this on the go.
take it up that notch.
So, is
that-
there anything else anyone sort of sucked this week?
That game, that if you're drinking with your left hand, you have to down your pint game, that really sucks.
I'm left-handed, so I'll be constantly down. the
Well,
pint.
you have to use your right.
Yeah.
Yours is your right, and it just massively sucks.
Wait, so you have to drink with your left hand if you're right-handed.
Yeah, you have
and
to.
if you drink with your right hand, you
If
have to
someone
down it.
spots it and goes, left hand, and then you down it. Did it on a stag do? It causes stag. No, was it causes stag do? No, it was a different one. But anyway, someone else's stag do recently, and it was just getting pointed out the whole time, and I was just like, it's always in this hand.
It's a bad one.
Bloody annoying.
People can die from that game.
It's just something you don't want to be thinking about when you're having fun. Which hand you're using. It's like I have to constantly be aware of my hand, like when I want to have fun.
That's all I think about.
Or I'm not going to have fun because I'm going to be too drunk and go home. So
It's a weird
Always got to
thing
be
that
constantly
about
wearing
that,
your
that
hand.
kind of drinking culture with alcohol. Like, you wouldn't do that with, like, I suppose you would with some other drugs, but you wouldn't necessarily. It's like, even if you were...
Use your left nostril.
yeah, but the point of most of the drugs isn't to like do fucking loads of it until you pass out.
That's also
You know,
true.
you don't go, oh, I'm gonna go do this heroin until I die.
A pint of heroin.
Yeah. I'm gonna do this coke until I've had way too much, collapse, and then go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's not a good strategy to have.
No, it's mental. We're crazy. I like it about us, but
Maybe that's what will wipe us out.
I don't know. I think we should be granted greater freedoms to behave in that way.
Yeah.
We should just take the stick out of our ass and just accept that getting fucking annihilated every once in a while is probably good for you.
People who only drink a little bit are healthier than people who don't drink at all.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah. Probably
It's good for your circulation, isn't it?
yeah, and stress. And red wine's full of all kinds of like, don't get cancer drugs, chemicals, compounds. Yeah, just don't get cancer compounds that they're always talking about on that news show.
Oh, the DNCCs.
Yeah, those ones. Oh, that was another one. Mars 1, I think the mission was called, that was supposed to blast off in 2030 or something. The NASA one, that's been cancelled.
Why?
Lack of public money at the moment.
All the funds went on the public purse now.
It's NASA.
They always have.
They always have. Ah, right, okay.
But they're probably expecting, some independent company to get on top of that. That's a good point.
Because is there not an increasing sort of mini space race from private companies to have flights into space?
Not even just companies, like China getting on the moon, India getting up there if they get bases
Yeah,
before
yeah.
we do. Then we won't own the moon anymore.
Do we own the moon? Does Britain own the moon?
That'd be cool.
Having never been the same way that the Indians haven't.
Yeah, but everyone's trying to get into space.
Yeah, good. Fucking
Freezing.
awesome.
Yeah. I hope they don't fuck the moon up. That'd be the worst.
I don't really mind.
I mean, is there
If they
anything...
fuck the moon up, they'll have to go further, so that's fine with me. Fuck the moon up.
Well, they
I don't know.
shouldn't really fuck the moon up because
No, they
it controls the tides and things.
It's like
Yeah.
going and fuck up the
Important.
nearest planet's moon.
Oh, I just meant like
Yeah.
get it dirty. Or like litter a bit.
Oh, yeah, no, that's okay.
I didn't mean like...
Little theme parks and shit on there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, like in Futurama.
Hotel, man, like, that'd be sick. A hotel on the moon.
Hotel Armstrong.
Oh, wait, was he the first dude on the moon?
No.
He was the first person to walk on the moon, was he not, Neil Armstrong?
I can't remember anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First man on the
No.
moon.
Was it not
Yeah.
Buzz?
No, it was
Yeah,
Neil Armstrong was
right.
the one who said one small step.
Oh yeah.
It just depends on how you define.
One small step for
Oh,
man, one
really
giant leap
shitty
for
way.
boy.
Brother. And then they covered up all those alien moon bases.
Right, but who took the photo then if he was the first one to walk? Because
Well, I
the
think-
footage is of him walking on the moon, isn't it? And that's when they always play that footage with the guy walking on the
That's
moon.
true,
but
that's
actually,
true.
somebody had to have taken that footage,
Yeah,
didn't
but, yeah,
Well,
but
they? So
the camera,
presumably, whoever walked out first from the ship.
I think you're right.
Producer.
I think you're right. I think the first person on did take the photo. I'm making.
No, I presume they just put the audio to that footage. Because
Yeah.
there's a man walking on the moon.
Well, I thought they
there's
had a-
footage of it, but presumably when he said it, he was probably walking out of the thing
Yeah.
with the camera.
uh-huh.
Did they not have a camera mounted on the ship? Maybe.
Yeah, but it wasn't that because
It
he's
was called a
climbing
selfie
out of
stick.
the
It's you
fucking.
see the
He's
ship.
climbing out of the ship.
Oh, from the long shot.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the first one to leave, filming the second one to leave.
Yeah, exactly. So they put the
So,
audio
yeah.
from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had a round of golf.
Yeah.
Good times on the
They
moon.
proved the dropping the hammer and feather at the same time.
Ah,
That was something they did.
that was a good day.
It was a bit of a publicity stunt, really, because
For hammers and feathers.
yeah,
Mm,
Big sponsorship there.
yeah, hammer sales doubled for a
yeah,
week.
their stock just shot through the roof.
And then they've got that Mars project where they've had 500 people applying to go to Mars. Something like that.
Yeah, the first people. Yeah, and you never see your family again.
Uh-huh.
It's cool.
It's like a one way
Yeah.
trip.
Well, that's all fallen apart a bit as
Has
well.
it?
Yeah, she looked into
Because
the
people
accounts
started
of it.
watching fucking movies and shit and realised that actually they're just gonna. It's like Big Brother in space.
Yeah, they were going to
And
fund
people
it.
don't get evicted.
They were going to fund it by making it a TV show in space. That's part of the funding was going to be for
Fuck
the
off.
program.
I was joking.
Serious?
You
Yeah.
right? Really?
There was going to be a
That is
TV show
fucked.
that funded part of the mission. That was just going to be the footage of them going to Mars.
Oh, intergalactic breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
Cabin fever.
Yeah, that could get
How
well
long before
graphic.
one of them kills all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, fuck that.
yeah, it's been 2 days since Frank discovered the rifle we hid in his compartment.
Oh, like fucking battle royale
Yeah.
on Mars.
yeah. Yeah.
Everyone has a weapon. Some are better than others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See who wins.
Battle for the planet.
Yeah, the winner gets Mars.
Great.
The winner just arrives and gets off and is like, woo. Now for dying on my own.
It's a good place to die on your own. Mars.
Yeah.
Be the first one. Unless there's been previous alien civilizations. Probably
I don't
not.
know. I kind of feel like if you get like a reasonably sound group of you, and you manage to sneak some weed seeds over with you,
Yeah.
like fuck it, they're gonna send you feeds of the latest movies and shit. So like every like you'll be a year behind or some shit, but like you'll keep on getting them, and you'll just get batches of movies. You'll be growing shit, plants, sending them data and expanding shit. You know, it'd be a fairly easy lifestyle. It'd be nice.
Have
You
a
know,
good time.
yeah, you just aim towards comfort in all the things that you create, wouldn't you? Because fuck it, man. Like, by the time the next batch turn up, you're going to be like 20 years older. You're going to be the old crowd anyway. Like, fuck it, man. You've got it ready for yourselves, man.
Yeah.
I suppose it sucks if they really do make a television show out of it, because I feel it might be like cheapen it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But if they did do that, they have to get the Geordie guy from Big Brother to do the
Day 53.
In the Mars house.
John's gone crazy. You
So-
decide.
Do they have a diary room, do you reckon?
Yeah.
They must do. They must all make personal diaries. Actually,
Diary,
it's a brilliant...
diary capsule.
It's a
Diary
really
pod.
interesting. It's worth recording it. I mean, the weird thing is though, like the effect that has on the psyche. But I guess in some ways, like how they show that, like it should be recorded, but it shouldn't necessarily be televised like that. Should
They-
it?
they-
They wouldn't have the glamour of Big Brother anyway. It'd probably just be interesting videos they have presented or whatever. But there should be a constant feed
Yeah,
because
Oh, that's
they-
it. Isn't
Yeah,
that,
the
wouldn't that be really
psychological,
cool?
yeah.
Like, that for once, something as awesome as that, and it would be the best thing we've done as a species so far, like the most outwardly reaching thing, sending people to Mars to live. Like, that would be televised, the whole thing, to like unite the world somewhat in the fact that we're fucking doing this shit, and it's important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's certainly an argument for
Yeah,
that.
but that's also though if you like. I totally agree with it, but I just think there's also the potential that
There is
that
the
could
potential.
fall apart live.
Yeah, and there's the fact that some media producer will want to make it more dangerous.
Or glamorise
Yeah,
it.
to glamorise it. Yeah.
Robot leopards.
Yeah.
Always fuck you up on Mars.
So why was it cancelled?
Oh yeah,
Money.
like Dan was saying, their budget was just fucking screwy.
Kickstarter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were just like, it was found out they were getting it from fucking weird places, and
They just invented where they were getting money from, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And the actual cost of it was about 10 times as much as they projected.
Right.
So it just probably wasn't going to happen.
Well, their argument they were planning on costs have come down by the time they were going to do it. They've got, what was it going to be, 2021 or something they were launching that one. And they got like 6 or 7 years or whatever. Things will have dropped.
Yeah.
Rockets will be falling out of our pockets. Everything will be fine.
Russia had just not so long ago finished that test with the cosmonauts, hadn't they? With the they locked like 3 cosmonauts in a fucking container or some shit for like 3 years or some
Oh, right, like a
shit.
biodome thing.
Yeah, for like the journey, like however long the journey time is to see like the effects of them lying down and shit for that long or whatever. And
lying down the whole way.
no, I think they were allowed to get up like at points, and that was supposed to be like that's part of the deal. Like And like, I don't know, like, because they just showed there was always just the footage of them getting out, like, all looking all fucked and shit. But
Fucking hell. So it went okay.
they were okay. Like, I think they would have been okay anyway, but I just never followed it up.
No, I'll have to look into
Mm.
that.
Yeah.
You'd think you'd plan for them to have a bit more space.
Yeah, you couldn't.
You've got to use quite a lot of the space when you're doing something like that for radiation
Yeah.
shielding and
Yeah,
shit. haven't
yeah,
you? So
yeah.
you are limited on your space,
And
and also the cost
what
of
you're
getting
taking-
weight into
yeah.
space.
What you're taking there's, important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Massively. Well, I don't know, the other thing though is though,
For 3 years, like
the
Yeah.
other thing is though, you can send other stuff.
Yeah,
Obviously
afterwards,
unmanned,
yeah.
you can just
Well,
you said it-
launch
you said
the
it
shit
before.
out.
And then just tow it once you're up there. It's just getting it off
Well,
the
you
ground.
can
in
just
the
launch
first
it
place.
at
It's
fucking
the
Mars,
issue.
man.
Yeah,
You can
you can
missile
have it.
drop packages at Mars. And
We
shit,
sent a
like-
few before we set
That's
out.
it.
That was probably
Yeah.
the plan.
Yeah,
wasn't
you
it?
set up a base and then you go, right, we can do it now. Let's go.
Right, well, on that bombshell, I think that's the end of today's episode.
Ooh.
Yeah,
it's been pretty bad, pretty sucky.
pretty sucky, though we do have we do have loose plans now about getting to Mars.
We do.
True.
We know as much as the experts, so we got as good a chance as they have.
Maybe even more.
For the plucky underdogs.
Yeah, I've seen Total Recall. I know everything there is to know about Mars.
Right, if you want to get in touch with us, we're on Twitter at _things_we_like. Things has a capital T. Hey. Or things we like at thepeoplesbeard.com. If you want to ask us a question about stuff, why would you? But if you do,
Or get in touch to provide more information on a subject that we've covered this evening.
yeah, we're probably factually incorrect about most things. So if we need,
Tell us how we suck.
yeah,
Yeah.
or if you like us, nah.
Use us as an emotional punch bag.
So it's what we're here for. And duct tape rules. I said that for a while.
Yeah, duct tape is awesome.
Mm.
It still is. It will be forever.
Is that the future? Is that another apocalypse?
Wow.
Right, well, yeah,
Bye.
I've been Jim.
Have you?
Yeah.
Bye.
Shit, I'm going.
I am Alf.
I am Dan.
I have been Reed.
And I've been Andy.
And join us next week when things are going to be fine again for things we like. Things will be fine, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
wheel of these podcasts and life.
The yin and yang.
Ups and downs.
The sweet and
ups
sour.
And downs.
Dalek cosmic drama.
Yeah, man.
Life.
It's the name of the
Life.
game.
She's a son of a bitch.